Well, for Thursday morning, we are going to make a vanilla bean pie. That's right, a vanilla pie. It's kind of like a custard. It is just an easy, simple, delicious pie that you can make. Welcome back to Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona. This is Sandy. And every Thursday morning, we have a different vanilla bean recipe. And today, vanilla bean pie. I hope you really enjoy this pie. Now the first thing that we always have to start out with is a crust. So I've already made the crust, and today I'm using these new little designers, pastry designers for your pie. My mom gave them to me the other day, and I'll put a link below on where you can find them. And there's 3 different ones, and I'm using the leaf one today. And you just go around and you press it, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure. It just kind of bends with the form of your pie pan, and it's just an added addition that is really simple and fast. Now I'm going to pre-bake this pie shell. Now I don't want it to bubble all up, so I am going to actually use a fork. Let me show you those 3 different ones. See, there's a heart, there's little squirrely designs, and then the leaf. They're just fantastic. So I'm using my fork. I have my oven between 350, 375, depends on your oven. You'll bake it for about 20-25 minutes. Now you can bake it faster. If you go to about 400 to 425, you can get it done in about 10 minutes. But I like it this way. And I just want it slightly golden because later on I'm going to put this pie under the broiler. So the first thing we're going to do in a separate bowl is 1/4 cup cornstarch and 3/4 cup sugar. And it doesn't take a big bowl because you're basically just mixing up a cup. And you can use a spoon, a fork, whisk, anything that makes it really easy for you to really incorporate it so that the cornstarch and sugar is melded together. And we're just going to set that to the side. Now we're going to take a saucepan, and we're only going to have this on low heat. So if you have numbers, it's probably 2 or 3. But we do not want it to heat up fast. 1 1/4 cups heavy cream and 1 cup of milk. Make sure you scrape it in between each one because they want to stick to the sides. Then we need 4 tablespoons of butter. So I'm going to use my little index card that shows me the tablespoons, and I have a short video about that. I'm going to just take my knife and I'm going to cut it. And I just took this out of the refrigerator. And that is going to go in with our milk and our heavy cream. We're also putting in 1 vanilla bean. I sliced it and now I'm scraping it out because I want all those seeds to go in there. And for right now, I'm actually going to throw the bean in there too while it heats up. Now because this is on low heat, it did take a while before the butter was all melted. I'm going to take the bean part out. Now I won't save this because it had a milk mixture in there, and so I can't just dry that and use it again. But I'm going to just let those dry on a paper towel, and I'm going to toss them out. Now our next thing is we're going to take that cornstarch and sugar mixture and we're going to add it back in. And make sure you're stirring it all the time. You don't want any lumps at all. And you just gradually dump it into your pan. You can see the steam coming up. And at this point, you can turn the burner on a little bit warmer. Medium low to just under medium will work. You just have to be real careful. You're going to stir this constantly, and it's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your pan and your stove, and it starts to thicken up. And when it gets thick, I'm going to pull it off of the burner. Now I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. If you didn't have a vanilla bean, at this point you would add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And we're going to mix that up, and we're going to put it into that pie shell that we baked already. And you can see it's really thick, creamy, velvety. And so I'm turning my broiler on my oven on right now. And I'm going to scoop that all out. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So if you need to do that, You're going to do that right now. And you're going to melt that butter and you're going to pour that, just drizzle it over the top, all over our vanilla pie. And then we can take our cinnamon. Now the cinnamon you can put on more or less depending on what you like. I'm just going to sprinkle it all over. It gives it a really great, wonderful flavor. And then it's going to go into my oven with the broiler on. Now it doesn't take very much before it starts bubbling, and as soon as it starts bubbling, you take it out. See where you can still see some of that bubbles. I'm going to let that cool, and it'll probably take 10-15 minutes before it starts to cool. Now it's at that cooling temperature. I'm going to put some saran wrap over top of it and put it in my refrigerator for 4 hours. You know, Joe is my official taste tester, and he started eating before I started filming. So what do you think, Joe?
That's good. That's real good.
And can you taste a lot of vanilla? Or just custard? Or what do you like about it? The cinnamon in it?
It just tastes good. I don't know what it is, baby, but it's good.
As always, please like, subscribe, and share with the world. Make this pie this holiday season. It is so creamy and velvety. You slice it, it stays in place. It just has a great flavor, and I really think that you'll enjoy it. Of course, the recipe for the crust and the pie will be down below in the description. And I will see you next Thursday for another vanilla bean recipe.